y'all? It's your boy AJ, and this is AJ Reacts To. And we are deeply saddened to say this season is over.
It was quick.
It was so quick.
Thanks
the
for
finale.
having me.
Yes. I loved having you every episode. I think the viewers really enjoyed having you on here as well.
Aww,
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you for being my special guest and my special lady.
Yeah.
I love you.
That's sweet.
But it has come to a close. And this episode was jam-packed with so much stuff and so many emotions.
Like an hour and 30 minutes of just like
yeah, like jaw-dropping. Like, what? Man.
I think the only thing that was a little slow was at the end when it was like 3 months later.
Yeah. After, but we'll get there. We'll get to that point. But, it was an extra long episode. It was an hour and 17 minutes, and usually they run for like about 55 minutes to an hour, and they had like an extra 20 minutes of stuff, of goodies. Let's just talk about it. Let's get into it.
The battle at Starcourt.
The battle at Starcourt. At the beginning of our series, or of our reviews, we were talking about how Starcourt is like a character in itself.
Yeah.
And actually, Stacy mentioned that, and that really is what it turned out to be. It influenced like everything that happened in the season. It was just like a huge thing, and it was very clever the way they wrote it. Like they wrote that in there. And this season, people were saying that it was too heavily. The 80s references were too heavy, and they just need to chill and cool out with it. And I think it just influenced the show so much, the 80s references, and because we didn't get that in the first couple seasons. So let's talk about what happened.
I wonder if they're ever gonna get to the 90s. Sorry, random.
Oh yeah, that would be an interesting concept, getting to the 90s. But it is 84.
Yeah.
So
probably.
I don't think.
I think it's like actually 85.
85. Yeah. Well, it started in 84.
Yeah.
Because that's what the date was when the Russians started working on that. Yeah. They started working on the machine in 84. So it's the next year, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, let's break down what happened in the episode.
11 at the mall.
Uh-huh.
So like when you see her, she just came from the supermarket, or she knocked out the car out of the way. Mm-hmm. The gang is back together. They have a little reunion moment.
Yep,
they're
the
like,
gang is back.
11 is hurt, so she's just kind of like, okay, let's figure out what's going on. And then it's like there's this thing moving in her leg.
Yeah, it's like nasty looking. It's like a gash with like something crawling in there. And it was like I said, the claw that grabbed her at the cabin. Yeah. So Jonathan tries to like do some kind of operation. It was like really bad. Like he got like a knife and like heated it up so it could what do they call that when they
sterilize the wound?
No, like cauterize the wound.
It was not a good
It didn't work out. So she said, back up, I got it. Don't stop, okay? You're hurting me. So she like kind of like uses her powers to extract the claw. But afterwards, she is not able to use her powers at all. And it's like kind of crazy.
She like tries to move the car, and it's not working out. And then she tries to like crush a Coke can. Yeah. Not working out.
Like she did, and they showed a little flashback of the first season when she was crushing soda cans.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was nice to see that. I love when they do flashbacks on.
And I was reading a theory, and it kind of makes sense. So I was like, since the mind flayer is getting maybe attacked, and like the upside down is getting attacked, maybe that's causing her abilities to weaken. So I don't know. Has a connection. I don't know if that has anything
to do with anything.
But that's what I read, and I was like,
yeah, there's a lot of fan theories and thoughts that are going around, and you just never know which one is true or not. That happened, so that's like the biggest. That's like the only hope we have this threat, and now we're like, okay, so what are we gonna do now?
Well, like, basically, since 11 is, like, not able to kind of do anything, like, there's a moment with her and Billy, she's trying to, like, find the humanity in Billy again, and while she's doing that, Lucas and...
No, wait, that's, no.
That's at the end.
Yeah, that's at the end.
Ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So...
I got excited.
Yeah, it's okay. There's a lot of stuff that happened in this episode, so, you know. But what happened was the creature comes to Starcourt. Everybody's there. They bust through the ceiling, and they don't have L's powers, so they have to hide. So they're kind of like maneuvering around so the Mind Flayer creature doesn't find them. And
oh yeah, that's like Lucas's moment.
Yeah, Lucas's moment with the slingshot. So like half of the group is across the mall lobby, and then the other half is on the other part of the mall lobby. And 11, Max, and Mike go into the gap, and the Mind Flayer creature like follows them, and Lucas actually from the outside lobby like shoots his slingshot and hits a balloon. And I was like, yeah, my boy, he's saving the day again. So that's Lucas's moment. I love when Lucas has a moment because like I feel like he doesn't really have a whole lot of screen time.
Yeah.
I think he's probably has the least screen time as everyone else, but and like time to shine.
Yeah. Well, and then later with the fireworks.
The fireworks that he got at the that he found at the supermarket or the market convenience store or whatever. They used those against the Mind Flayer, and that was awesome too. It was 4th of July, so it was on brand. On theme, on theme. So that was really awesome.
We're gonna talk about how like Steve saved Nancy with the car.
Oh yeah, like Steve, Dustin, and Jillian, what's her name? Robin. Steve, Dustin, Robin, and Erica go up the hill to speak to everybody. Yeah, communicate with everybody. Steve notices that the Mind Flayer is going to the mall. He
goes back to the mall, and like Billy is like revving his car towards Nancy, and Steve is like T-boned.
He T-bones Billy, and that was an awesome thing. But
and the car catches on fire.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yes. But I feel like that kind of like set something off, kind of like Steve and Nancy. Like he saves Nancy, and I'm like, maybe they'll end up together again. I don't know how Jonathan and Nancy's relationship really is gonna go. And after his eyes are kind of taken off of, I don't know why I keep wanting to call her Jillian. After his eyes are taken off of Robin, so I think he kind of has eyes for Nancy again.
He told Robin that was like his first love. So, you know, maybe. And we know at the end of the episode, Jonathan is leaving town. So
yeah,
you never know.
Wait, we'll get to that. I don't know if we want to say that yet.
I mean, they should have seen the episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is they need a code to get into some safe to get the keys to shut off the machine.
Yeah.
And Dustin and his nerdy self can't remember.
He can't remember the code.
And so he calls his girlfriend Susie.
Susie, do you copy?
She's real.
She's real. She was real. Yes.
And she is cute. She's a little
She's cutie, yeah.
And she's like, Dusty Bun, where have you been?
Dusty Bun. Susie Poo, I'm trying to save the world. Can you give me the code? She's like, no,
you haven't
not yet.
talked to me for a full week. You need to do something for me. So
I can't believe all these episodes were a whole week.
And
I feel like it was way longer than that.
So they sing a little song. Meanwhile, everybody else is like...
They're like...
the freaking Mind Flayers
chasing the car, and they're just singing, and everybody's looking at each other like...
And freaking Joyce and Hopper are waiting for the code, and they're just like, oh my god.
Like, what?
Never-ending story. I've never even seen that movie.
So. I haven't seen that movie either, but I know it's really popular.
It is catchy.
It is.
I'm just gonna say it. So they come through with the code. They get the keys to turn off the machine and basically blow it up. And they're counting down. Why are you counting down? When
they said,
down?
They
1,
said 3, 2,
bop.
and then and then the Russian guy on the motorcycle. I don't even know. Did they give him a name?
I think Grigory.
Grigory?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he shows up. Him and Hopper get into a crazy fight again. Hopper.
He's always coming up behind Hopper. He never really gives him a chance to fight back.
I'm just like, well, I mean, that's his goal.
I know, but
anyway,
I'm like,
so Joyce is like
shot.
trying to figure out what to do because it's time to go. Like, there's no plane anymore, so she has to do the keys by herself, and it appears that Hopper is left in the crossfire.
Yeah, so they had like an epic battle with him and the Russian guy, Grigory, and
I think that's his name.
We don't know for sure. We'll have to look that up. But yeah, like it was crazy because when they were down there and he got the best of Grigory or the Russian guy, and he like looks back at Joyce and he's like smiling at her and like is telling her to turn the key, and he's like, it seems like he's accepted his death, and that was really sad to see because they had just like, and I knew it because when they were sitting there waiting for the code, they were like, they had like this heart-to-heart moment, and she was like, pick me up at 7 on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, I was like, something's about to happen.
They always do that.
They always do that. Like, that was so cliche. Like, that was such a cliche move. Like, we know, that's what happened in Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he was like, okay, I'm going to pick you up at 7, and then he died. Or he gets frozen for 70 years
or whatever.
70 years, yeah, so.
His name is Grigory. Just looked it up.
Okay, yeah, Grigory.
But Grigory dies too.
Yeah, like when when Hopper got the best of him.
Yeah. So it's like he
definitely died. It was kind of like crazy because this dude, like we didn't really care that he died, but he died in a really, really gruesome way. It was like really gruesome. Like he fell into the machine, and like his whole body was like chopped up, and like we didn't even care.
Oh, well.
What does that say about us? Like that's crazy.
It's not real, so
it's not real, but like that depiction of something, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that we're just like, yes.
Oh, well.
That's crazy. But anyway, I digress.
So that's kind of the end for that.
We think that Hopper, well, they try to make you think that Hopper's dead, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's dead because usually on TV shows, they will actually show the character dying. They kind of like cut away when everything exploded. So I think there's something.
You never know.
That happened. He might have got captured by the Russians or something. I don't know.
Meanwhile, while that's happening, 11 and Billy and the Mind Flayer, and 11's like, what am I supposed to do? And they're throwing fireworks at the Mind Flayer.
They're running out of fireworks too. And
11 like taps into Billy and is like telling him about she understands his hurt with his mom and connects with him, and you see like the Mind Flayer kind of like leaving him because at first in the scene he has like all these black veins and stuff in his face. And
why are you pointing to me when you say black?
I'm just like showing the veins. I guess I could have done it on me, but he has like black veins in his face and it starts to like go away. And the Mind Flayer is like getting weak and like not as strong. And it's about to go after 11, and he steps in front of her and stops it, and
that was an awesome moment.
Guts him like all over the place,
and
Max runs over and is like, Billy,
wake up!
And he's like, I'm sorry. So I'm like, Billy kind of died a hero.
He did. Like we hated him pretty much the whole time he was on there, but at the end of it, he died a hero. Like but the Mind Flayer creature was like came from every which way and like got into his body and like went through his heart. And I was like, oh, I was kind of hoping that like he would just get kind of injured and have to recover next season, but nah, he's gone. He's gone.
We wanted to see like how he would actually be once he changed
because after he got out of that,
right? Because at first he was a bully, and then he's affected by this host, so of course he's evil. And then at the end he steps up and it becomes a hero. So it's like, dang, like I kind of wish we could have seen as like a good person maybe, or like how he would have changed. But I mean, it is what it is.
I kind of feel like they already did that with Steve. Like, he was a bully and kind of got taken out of that role. So I don't think they wanted to do, like, another bully that came in and then he gets taken out of that role and then they have to replace it with another bully. Like, I don't think they wanted to do that. They kind of wanted to keep that, kill that right then and there. So,
did we want to talk about the army?
Yeah, like after everything was said and done, the army came and like where were you guys at?
Joyce had helicopters.
Yes, so many helicopters, and after everything was done, like where were you? That was frustrating, crazy. But everybody was after that everybody was saved except Hopper and Billy.
Oh, that was sad. Like
when
11 was just like, where
and Will was holding Joyce. Will and Joyce were hugging.
Also, Joyce didn't even care where Jonathan was. Like,
that's crazy.
That's savage. And I watched an interview with the actor who plays Jonathan, and he's like, I wish I had more chances to film with Winona. Like, we used to have a connection, like, season 1. I'm like, they didn't even hardly show them all together in season
in any
2
really
or
any
3.
of the seasons, honestly.
Like, that's your son. I know Will is your little baby, but that's your son too.
I mean, it does show like that she did lose Will for a really long time and like was trying to get him back. And then last season, all that stuff that happened with Will, she's like, this is my baby boy, but and takes a lot of direction off of Jonathan. But I feel like they can use this opportunity for season 4 for Jonathan to be like, all you care about is Will, like kind of like spark some drama there. So I think that'll come up later.
Right.
But I hope so.
3 months later.
3 months later.
So we get a little time jump.
Yeah, time jump, and so I guess 11 is living with Will, Jonathan, and Miss Byers, Joyce, and they're leaving. They're leaving town like she kind of wanted to do earlier in the season.
I understand it's like toxic environment.
All that crazy stuff. Like, I would probably move too.
And, but it is kind of tough on everyone because that's their family,
right.
So
friends, and that was so emotional when they were leaving. That was like probably the most emotional scene of the whole show. Like when they were leaving. I was a little bit tearing up. Yeah, it was sad.
I was like, oh.
It was sad. Like, and then when 11 was reading the
that's
speech
when I was
from Hopper that he was gonna give to Mike and her, and after, like when he wanted to have like barriers and stuff between them, it was very emotional. And
I was like so upset. I was like, oh my god.
And he actually had written more than they had said. Yeah. So and it was like kind of like, I don't know, a goodbye. It kind of felt like a goodbye.
I want to watch it again, but my favorite part was at the end. He's like, just for the sake of me, just keep the door
open 3 inches. We want to be comfortable in our environment and be able to show our feelings. Like, that's so unlike him. But I feel like this whole season, Hopper was a little bit unlike himself. And I think they kind of did that so we would feel something when Hopper, died.
Yeah. What else happened? Robin and Steve, they're trying to get a job together. Obviously, the mall is, like, closed because
after the whole
crazy thing.
Yeah.
So they go to this movie store together. And actually, the clerk is the same guy who was running the arcade in season 2. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of funny to see him again. Mm-hmm. And at first, Steve almost didn't get the job because he didn't know anything about movies.
Didn't know movies. Yep.
It was kind of funny that Robin and him are like best friends now.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that they've created that bond.
Yeah, and it showed Erica getting some D&D stuff from Will because he's like, I'm not gonna play with other people. Y'all are my
Y'all
people.
are my people.
I was like, maybe Erica will be more of a nerd next season.
She's gonna be more of a nerd. She is a nerd anyway, but I feel like she's gonna like accept it more next season.
But yeah, I feel like it. At first, when I watched the ending of it, I was like, the show's over.
It kind of seemed like the end, like it could go either way. Like they could make some more seasons, or they could just kind of stop there. That's kind of how it seemed. And
I was telling him, I was like, well, maybe they'll just have all new people next season, and he was like, nah. So because
add some new characters, but not a whole new cast.
And then at the end, they were showing the Demogorgon in Russia. So...
Yeah, like they had like a post-credit scene. So if you did not watch after the credits, I mean, it was just a few credits. It wasn't like the whole thing, but like if you stopped right when the credits started, you got to go back and watch it, because there's a little scene at the end where it kind of leads into what's gonna happen in season 4, and I think they're already approved for a season 4. They already renewed.
Yeah,
so.
And there was like a little bit of a hint as like they're like, don't get the American one, grab the other one.
That's gotta be Hopper.
Or it might be somebody else.
It might be somebody else, but
I don't know who it would be, but
it would be too cliche if it was Hopper. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's what happened in the finale of season 3.
Now it's probably gonna be another 2 years.
Another 2 years, and these kids are gonna be adults, and I'm gonna feel old, even more old than I am.
It's okay. He's not that old. It's okay.
Okay. You wanna say anything else?
Thanks for watching along with us.
Yes.
Thanks for checking out our thoughts.
Yes.
We plan on doing like a theory episode.
Yeah, so this is not our last episode. We got another episode coming. So we're going to be just talking everything Stranger Things. We're going to talk about our theories on season 4, what we thought about each episode, like kind of give a rating, and talk about some fan theories and what we think about those. So make sure you check it out. It'll be on the way soon. So hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Follow me on social media, AJ Reacts to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Head down to the comments. Let's talk about the finale. I'm still very saddened by it. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Never ending story.